Hey, what's up, people? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Got hacked again, not once, but twice. But if you notice, nothing really stopped. This time, they went in through the email system and was diverting emails because for a few days I've been having this issue with my emails. Come to find out, I couldn't get into Glendon at urbanbackrack.com because someone had like just taken it over. But it's out there, whatever. Now, this is the funny thing about this. I was transitioning away from that stuff anyway, Urban Pack Rat and the HustlerMindset.net. So I wasn't really using them, except create emails for other folks who are coming in. Because there's two ways to come into the Hustler Mindset. You can go in and sign up through Vidcaster, and then you can sign up through my checkout. Some people were having issues signing up with Vidcaster, so they were signing up through checkout. So I would sign them a HustlerMindset.net email. Well, I was sending out emails. They weren't go. I don't know what was going on. So there's definitely a loss of information. Now the cool thing is the Hustler Mindset, video stuff that's untouched, the checkout untouched, and the newer websites from HostGator. Now I'm using HostGator because that's one of the reasons that I was leaving just Host, because they would do stuff and it was just didn't make any sense. So that's why I made the move to HostGator. But essentially, you're protected. If you sign up through Vidcaster, you're good to go. Now, the deal with getting this information, there's supposed to be a webinar tomorrow. I'm not going to do it because I don't know who, because there's only like 8 people that signed up, and I'm just saying like, you know what? I'm going to go through all of the emails, email people one-on-one. But I'm getting rid of the HustlerMindset.net emails. They're gone. I'm deleting them, moving on, and you're going to get the AmericanHustler.com email. So for you folks, that's what you're going to get. And the next thing that's supposed to happen is the how to find gold at garage sales. That's still going to drop. And what I'm going to do is go through, I've created this sheet, and everyone's going to be brought up to date with audiobooks and so on and so forth. Now, I've got to look at a lot of information, because depending on when you came in, what audiobook you get, what audiobook you don't. So it's gonna take me a few days to sort all this out, to see who's where they should be, where they shouldn't be, so on and so forth. But this is the life of what happens to you. Whether you have a business online or offline, you're gonna have people who are coming after you. And it's just really interesting. And I'm gonna give you some tips. Don't have everything sitting on one server. People will tell you that's the way to go. Don't buy it. No, it's not as efficient. But when something like this happens, the only thing they could get into were the emails. That was it. They couldn't get into the payment system. They couldn't disrupt the videos. They couldn't do jack with any of that stuff. And also, it's, you really have to use your memory. But I've got like 20 different crazy 20 character long emails, and I mean not emails but passwords, which also help, because I know if they did that, they went after other stuff and they were unsuccessful. But it's just crazy. So people often, it's like, one of my friends was like, well, why don't you use this account or that account? And like, because I use to checkout for my Birch account for 2 reasons. One, there's no monthly fee. 2, if I don't, because sometimes I don't even use to checkout. I recently started using it again because new products, new things that are coming out. But, for like 6 months this last summer, I didn't use it. It didn't cost me anything. You sign 50, it's $50, you sign up, you're in there. And like I was using Square for, some stuff for Craigslist. But that's why I use it. And also, taking credit cards, like, Amazon has everyone's credit card on file. Sounds great, but let me tell you what's behind that. If you're going to do something like that, there are certain protocols that you have to adhere to. And you could go ahead and set up and hold people's credit cards. But if something funky happens with one person's credit card and they found out that it was your fault, you're liable, and they can hit you over the head really, really, really hard. I don't want to mess with it. When you pay me through to checkout, I don't have your credit card number. I don't want your credit card number. Don't need your credit card number, just the funds, transaction number, you get your stuff, I get the fund. That's it. I don't want all that stuff because it becomes very complicated. And then if someone was to like hack into a site and I've got all these credit card numbers, it could be a problem. So that's one of the reasons I don't do it like that. That's just simply put. But this video is just to let you know that this is going on. This is what's going on. But we're still going to move forward with the, Hustler University. That's still on. I like, cause see, this is the beauty of going through the crap that I've gone through online. I'm prepared. This right here is just going to take a few. And really, if they didn't attack the emails, and that's the only way they could attack, I would be chilling today. So it's just going to take me a few days to make sure everybody's where they are. Because it doesn't really make any sense for me to do the webinar, then go ahead and jump up on this new thing with the Hustler University before I make sure that everybody's caught up, everyone. And, I'm just going to go through and email people and like, hey, what emails have you got? And it's just going to take a little time, but then we're going to jump right back on it. And this is the beauty of having separate platforms on separate servers. It makes you harder to take down, because the first time I got hacked, my site was gone. But due to I will give Just Host their props. They do backup stuff. I was able to get it back up pretty quickly. But this is the life of an online internet marketer. People come after you because there are some people I have no clue who it was or what. It's just some people do this stuff because they're bored. Seriously, some people do this stuff simply because they are bored. And it's just a part of life. Like I put up that video the other day with the Armenian Nazi. I mean, you get this kind of stuff. So with that, I'm going to extend some stuff, let some people come in and for the webinar, which I did reset for the 25th. And like I said, I'm going through, I'm emailing everybody, and everyone's going to be brought up before I do the next big thing. So I've got a hot list with all the links to the audiobooks and stuff. A few people already got them, and I just like, this is going to take some time. Let me just put up a video and just address it gradually and not lose my mind. So for those of you who want to hop in on this, go right ahead. The links are still active since the next book doesn't drop until the 20th. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think it's the 20th. So if you still get in, you can still get the hustler mindset. But that's what's going on. Life on the interwebs, baby. Now this is what's really, really cool about this, because the first time this happened, man, I was depressed for a week. I was like, who's coming after me? What the hell? And I wasn't even as ornery on YouTube back then as I am now. I'm just sitting there like, well, what is this? So I was talking to one of my guys, and we figured out how they got in. And we figured out what they did. And it's just like more of a nuisance thing. And, I'm just, like I said, it's crazy on the interwebs. It's just totally, totally crazy. But, personal recommendation, like I said, Just Host. They do things, they change the platforms. And the one time they left my ass wide open with one of their changes. And I didn't understand, and nobody could explain it to me. And that's one of the reasons I went to HostGator. Totally different setup, better search. I mean, it's just different and better for me. And like I said, I'm using it and I'm recommending it, and I'm gonna transition everything over to HostGator. Urban Pack Rat, I'm gonna keep that domain name. I'm probably gonna keep hustlermindset.net just to keep it. It's not gonna cost me a lot, and I may leave that. Once I'm able to move everything, then bye Just Host and just get the heck on, because I'm telling you, just some of the stuff they do, oh Lord. But hey, that's life. That's what's going on. But everything is still on track, except for the webinar tomorrow night, which was the 18th, because it just doesn't make sense when I know that there are people who haven't gotten the information. This was more of a big ass prank than anything else. But that's the deal. All right, this is Glendon. I'll see you on the good side.